What's up, everybody? And today we are out west at Kansas Speedway, coming off of a last place finish last week at Texas, where almost everything went wrong for us. But now, today, we have a fresh start. And taking a look at the standings here, we can see Kyle Busch is ahead of us by 17 points. Martin Truex Jr. is back there in third. Kurt Busch is fourth, and Denny Hamlin rounds out the top five for the point standings on the year. So here we go into the qualifying lap coming out of turn number 4. We're going to see what kind of lap we lay down here. So now crossing the line, it's a 30.761. That'll put us 6th place. So a really good starting spot for us here, guys. And let's see, now going into the race, Ryan Preece has failed the pre-race inspection, so he is going to be starting in the back. Denny Hamlin has won the pole here at Kansas, and Kevin Harvick failed technical inspection, so he will be starting in the back as well. There's a look at our interstate batteries, number 18 Toyota Camry, and here we go. Starting behind Kyle Busch on the third row, green flag here to start stage number 1. And now you can see there 19 laps here in the first stage, and looking at the top left, there are going to be 14 laps of fuel. And now, guys, as we are behind the Busch brothers going down the back straightaway, we're getting a little bit squirrely there, but we hang on to it. We give Kyle Busch a little tap there, getting down into turn number 3. And we are going to be on the high side here as we come out of turn number 4. The high line is the fastest line around here at Kansas, so we will be ripping the top all day long. Now 18 laps remaining in the stage as we are on the right rear quarter panel of Martin Truex Jr. into turn number 1. Now with a big run on Denny Hamlin in that number 11 car. All 3 of our teammates here are out front, guys. Joe Gibbs Racing has the top 4 positions. So now on the top side, going around here, coming out of turn number 4, we are side by side with Denny Hamlin, the pole sitter, and we are going to be clear of Denny Hamlin now to the right rear quarter panel, just barely of Kyle Busch there, getting into turn number 1. All 3 of our teammates are down there using the bottom line. We are the sole car using the top line around turns 1 and 2. So we're going to have the run here going down the back straightaway, and Kyle Busch is going to take the top line along with us. And now with a huge run on Kyle Busch, we're going to give him a huge tap on the back bumper and be side by side with Denny Hamlin now crossing the line. 16 laps remaining in the stage. Now entering turn number 1, taking the top line along with Kyle Busch. We are going to be 1 lane down from the top and be to the left rear quarter panel of Kyle, giving him a little tap there, and we're going to follow him yet again into turn number 3. Denny Hamlin on the bottom, Kyle Busch in the middle lane, and we are going to be on the top now, 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. Who is going to prevail here as we cross the line with 15 laps remaining? Denny Hamlin now inching ahead, with Kyle Busch still side by side with us entering turn number 1. Both Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch now on the bottom line. We are on the top line coming out of turn 2, still side by side with the number 18 M&M's car of Kyle Busch. Now getting into turn 3, Denny Hamlin is going to take the top line down here, and we are going to be side by side with Denny Hamlin now coming out of turn number 4. 3 wide yet again with Kyle Busch down there at the very bottom. Now Kyle Busch is prevailing in getting that 2nd place position for now. We take the top line again around turns 1 and 2. Denny Hamlin down at the bottom of the track, and we are going to be hanging on there and now side by side with Denny Hamlin getting into turn 3, taking the top side yet again with Kyle Busch. He seems to be running the middle now, and Denny Hamlin goes down to the bottom of the track. And guys, while we continue to battle with our teammates for the 2nd place position, Martin Truex Jr. is out front with clear track, running whatever lane he prefers, inching further away from us. You can see he's getting farther and farther away. And now it seems like Kyle Busch has solidly moved into 2nd, and Denny Hamlin is up there in 3rd. But we're not going to give up the fight. We're going to be on the top line yet again and we're going to have a slight run coming out of turn number 4, trying to catch the draft off of Denny Hamlin. 12 laps now remaining in stage number 1, continuing to rip the top here at Kansas Speedway. And now, guys, with a really good entry into turn number 3, we should have some really good momentum coming out of turn 4. We're going to try to catch the draft off of our teammate Denny Hamlin. He is still pretty far ahead up there. We're not seeming to be able to catch him. We're actually dropping back now with Brad Keselowski now behind us up to our back bumper. So we're going to have to try to fend off Brad Keselowski as we currently sit back here in 4th place, as the top few cars here are starting to widen out. And guys, coming up on the halfway point of the stage, it should be about time to come down pit road and get some fresh tires.
Hey driver, bring it to me this time. We're going to give you 4 fresh tires, and hopefully the leaders stay out a few more laps and we can short pit them and get you up there to first. 10-4.
Alright, copy that. Bringing it down this time. So guys, here we go now, slowing down to come down pit road here in stage number 1, splitting the stage exactly in half. Our crew chief is going to put us on the aggressive, give us 4 fresh tires, and we're going to go out there and try to get a few really fast laps in to try to short pit the leaders and get out front. So making a few adjustments there on the tire pressures just to try to get this car a little faster around the turns. We're going to be coming into our pit box with an estimated time of 15.8 seconds. So just a little bit slow. Hopefully we can beat that a little bit. Every 10th of a second is going to matter here. And now we are off 15.8 seconds, the total time there, and we are going to come out of the pits 1 lap down now, getting up to speed down on the apron here, making sure we do not come up on the track too early and lose the car like we did last week at Texas. So now getting back onto the track, and oh no, we have a caution and we are a lap down. Oh man, that's rough for us. We are obviously going to get the free pass. There's no need to pit. We got fresh tires. But we're going to be restarting at the very back of the field, guys. Tough break for us. Now, that's the risky run whenever you cut the stage in half and you don't run the fuel all the way out. So it is what it is. Here we go on the restart at the very back of the pack. We're going to have to try to crawl our way back into this thing. Now only 4 laps are remaining in the stage, and we're going to try to get every position that we can here so we have a decent starting spot for stage number 2. Obviously, very highly unlikely that we are going to get any stage points here. We are not going to be able to make it to the top 10 with all these cars on fresh tires as well, along with us. So here we go now to the bottom of Timmy Hill, passing him for the 33rd position, already up 7 spots as we cross the line. 3 laps now remaining in the stage. And now on the bottom of the track for the first time today around here, guys, we are not going to be able to run the top with all this traffic. We will get boxed in up there, and we are making moves very quick. We gotta get every position that we can. We don't want anybody holding us up. So now all the way up to 27th, we're gonna be side by side with Justin Haley as we cross the line with only 2 laps now remaining in the stage. And as we tap the bottom of the track there, get a little bit loose and now tight up the track. Coming out of turn number 2, Tyler Reddick is going to be the next car ahead of us there in the number 8 Caterpillar Chevrolet. We're going to be past Tyler Reddick now and behind Austin Dillon in that number 3 car coming out of turn 4, we're going to be inching past Austin Dillon now with 1 lap remaining in the stage. We're going to split the middle here between Eric Jones and Bobby Carter. It's going to be 3 wide as we come out of turn number 2. Now behind Joey Logano, we try to get to the bottom, but we were not clear of Eric Jones. So now we're going to dive to the bottom and make it 3 wide as we get down into turn 3. Now exiting turn 4 with BJ McLeod way at the top of the track. We're going to inch past him to be 20th place for the end of the stage. So guys, we went from 40th to 20th in a matter of 5 laps. So we're going to be starting mid-pack here for the start of stage number 2. We're going to come down pit road, get 4 fresh tires, and fill it up with gas, and see how far up we can make it through the pack here in the second stage. Now here we go after the pit stop, getting ready for the restart here behind Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott up there on the bottom. 2 very good cars. We're going to see how far up we can make it through the pack here in the stage. Now 17 laps are going to be here in stage number 2 with an estimated fuel window of 14 laps. So we're going to be 3 laps short on fuel. We'll have to see what our crew chief is going to want to do as far as strategy. But now here we go behind Ryan Blaney, drafting him down the back straightaway. We're going to be in 19th place now, getting into turn number 3 on the high line. And now coming out of turn 4, we're going to make it 3 wide with Ryan Blaney at the bottom and Kevin Harvick in the middle. And we make quick work of them as we are side by side now with Alex Bowman clear of him as we get into turn number 1 all the way up to 16th place, guys. Chase Elliott moving through the field quickly along with us. He is up there in 14th place. We're going to be past Matt Kenseth, and we're going to be up to the right rear quarter panel of Chase Elliott getting into turn number 3. We take the high line yet again, and we're going to be not able to get above Daniel Suarez. We got to tap him in the back bumper there. Suarez makes it 3 wide. He gets passed on the top, and we're going to be on the top side now, making it 3 wide with Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell. And with another run on Suarez, we're not able to get past him. We tap him in the bumper. He checks up, and we get into his bumper pretty hard there down the back straightaway. And we're going to have to try to get around Suarez here. He's going to take the middle, and we're going to take it up top and get past him as we come out of turn number 4 now, getting past William Byron, crossing the line here. 14 laps remaining in the stage now, getting into turn number 1 on the right rear quarter panel of Chase Elliott. We are moving through the field pretty much just as quickly as him, so he has a pretty fast car here today, guys. But we're going to be clear of Chase Elliott finally. Guys, now as we are all the way up into 11th place, we're going to be coming out of turn number 4 with a lot of momentum off of the top side, and we're going to have the draft off of Chris Buescher and take it to the top side with Eric Almirola down there at the bottom and Chris Buescher in the middle, and we're going to take the top line again around here, turn number 1 and 2, and we're going to be side by side with Chris Buescher down there. Coming out of turn 2, now inching past him and coming up side by side with Eric Almirola, getting into turn number 3, now battling with Almirola for the 9th place position. Now getting past Almirola, coming out of turn 4, we're going to be crossing the line with 12 laps remaining in the stage, and now side by side with Ryan Newman battling for the 8th place position here now as we are rounding turn number 2. Now with a big run on Newman, but we cannot take it to the bottom. Chris Buescher is there, so we got to stay at the top of the track here. Ryan Newman still in front of us, but we have a really good turns 3 and 4 there, and we're going to have a lot of momentum. Chris Buescher still to the bottom of us, crossing the line. 11 laps now remaining in the stage. Guys, now we have a lead change. Kyle Busch is now out front here at Kansas, taking the lead away from Martin Truex Jr. But now as we go down the back straightaway, we're going to be to the back bumper of Ryan Newman yet again as we take the top side, and Ryan Newman takes the bottom line. We brush the wall, and we're getting sucked into the wall, and that's going to slow us down, guys. So now we fall back into the 10th place position Just a little slight contact with the wall. I don't think there was any damage, but I see smoke up there. It seems like there is a car that is blowing up, and we have a caution flag here in stage number 2. It looks like that is Brad Keselowski has blown up here at Kansas, so that will take him out of the race.
Hey driver, bring it to me. I'm giving you 4 fresh tires, and we're going to loosen that car up for you so you can be on the offensive here for the last part of the stage. We're going green.
All right, guys, so here we go for the restart with 4 fresh tires. We had a few cars stay out, and we have a new leader here. Jimmy Johnson is out front at Kansas Speedway with about 3 to 4 cars up there on old tires. So now here we go back to racing with Chase Elliott down there on the bottom. We are currently in 13th place, and we are going to see what we can do here into the back bumper of Clint Boyer there as he checked up. That was a pretty heavy contact there, but we're going to go down into turn number 3 here on the top line yet again. We're going to have a lot of momentum coming out of the turn. Lots of cars checking up there, and we're able to squeeze by on the top side. As we have, yes, the number 43 car back there, Bubba Wallace, was holding everybody up there on his old tires. So now it is Ryan Newman on the bottom. I believe he is on fresh tires, but we're going to be past him fairly quickly here. And now we are all the way up to 3rd place with only 2 cars ahead of us on old tires. So, guys, looking really good to maybe get another stage win on the year. We're going to be crossing the line here. Only 5 laps remaining in the stage. Denny Hamlin 0.5 of a second behind us. Denny Hamlin is very good here today. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. But now, huge run on Eric Almirola. We're past him, and now we are passing Jimmy Johnson for 1st place here at Kansas. We're going to dive down into turn number 3, and we're going to be clear of Jimmy Johnson here, and we are in the lead, solidly in the lead here at Kansas, as we are ahead of Jimmy Johnson now by about 0.2 of a second. Now getting into turn number 1, taking the top line yet again. Denny Hamlin remains 0.5 of a second behind us back there in 4th place, the next car on fresh tires. So, guys, as we get ready to come here to only 3 laps remaining in the stage, make sure you keep an eye out on that leaderboard. Keep an eye out on Denny Hamlin to see if he is going to be making up any ground on us. But now it is time, guys. We are going to go ahead and crank it up. Alright, guys, I am back, and we got the stage win, holding Denny Hamlin off. He was able to get within 0.2 of a second, but he was not able to make the pass on us to get the win there for the 2nd stage, guys. So obviously we are going to be coming down pit road here. We got to get 4 fresh tires and fill it up with fuel, and we are going to be restarting the final stage in 1st place here at Kansas with a really fast car today, guys. I am liking how this thing is going. Now we're going to cross the line and see how many laps there are here. 25 laps remaining in the race. So with 14 laps of estimated fuel, we are most likely going to be splitting this stage in half, but our crew chief will let us know what our strategy is going to be. So guys, with a really good restart here, we are out front by 0.2 of a second here at Kansas, getting down into turn number 3. Kyle Busch actually dives low on us, and we're going to be side by side with Kyle Busch, our teammate here. And coming to the line, we are going to lead that lap now with 24 laps remaining in the race. Now taking the top line around turns 1 and 2, Kyle Busch down there on the bottom. He inches ahead now for the moment, but we are going to have the momentum coming off the top lane here and going down the backstretch, getting into turn number 3, continuing on the top line. Kyle Busch now takes the middle line. And coming off of turn 4, we are going to inch ahead to lead yet another lap here at Kansas. 23 laps remain. Looking at the top 5 here, let's see, Clint Boyer is back there in 3rd, Eric Almirola 4th, and Chris Buescher holds on to the 5th place spot here. Now going back the backstretch, Kyle Busch, we are going to be just clear of him as we get into turn 3, but he continues to battle with us, diving down to the bottom of the track. He's able to make pretty good speed down there. He's going to be ahead of us coming out of turn 4, but we are going to inch past him to lead another lap here. Now rounding turns 1 and 2 again on the top side. Kyle Busch on the bottom. He's inching ahead quite a bit, and he's going to be clear of us for a second there, but he's not going to move up the track, and we're going to hold on to the top lane. Kyle Busch dives to the bottom yet again down here in turns 3 and 4. Kyle Busch now 0.2 of a second ahead of us. He has a very good car today, but we're going to have a little bit of momentum here, drafting him down the front stretch and going to be taking the top line around here. Using all the tire up that we can, guys. Not saving anything right now. Trying to get back to Kyle Busch to battle for the lead. We're going to be inching a little bit closer down the back straightaway. And Kyle Busch still 0.2 of a second ahead of us. We are not going to go away. We're going to continue to battle here, going down the front stretch. 20 laps remaining in the race here at Kansas Speedway. A new update on the top 5. Jimmie Johnson has moved into 3rd place, 0.8 of a second, now 0.7 of a second behind us. Clint Boyer 4th, Martin Truex Jr. back there in 5th, moving up the pack. He was dominating here early, so keeping an eye on him to see if he can continue to move through the field. So now with taking a look at the right front tire, guys, down to 61%. We are wearing them very quickly here. 8 laps of fuel remaining in the tank. We are just ripping it around the top, using everything that we can, but Kyle Busch is stretching that lead out now 0.5 of a second. Doing everything we can. We're just not able to hang on up there. But now Martin Truex Jr. all the way up to 3rd, only 0.4 of a second behind us, now 0.3. He is gaining, and we're going to have to hold off a hard charging Martin Truex Jr. now behind us. 18 laps remaining in the race. And now coming out of turn number 2, we can see Martin Truex Jr. growing bigger in the mirror. He's going to dive down. He's going to be taking the middle lane here around turns 3 and 4. We're going to be on the top side. He's going to be side by side with us as we come out of turn number 4, battling with him crossing the line. 17 laps remaining in the race, and he is able to clear us getting into turn number 1. Now Jimmie Johnson coming for the 3rd place position that we currently hold. He's going to inch past us for the moment down the back straightaway, but we're going to be side by side battling with Jimmie Johnson getting into turn number 3. Jimmie Johnson on the bottom. We're on the top lane yet again, where we like it here at Kansas, but Jimmie Johnson is going to be clear of us here coming out of turn 4 now, crossing the line. 16 laps remaining in the race, guys. We are fading. We used a lot of our tire there at the beginning of this last stage, and we just cannot hold on up here with the leaders. Hopefully our crew chief has a strategy that can get us back into this thing. And now 15 laps remaining here at Kansas. Kyle Busch continues to lead, but Martin Truex Jr. is chasing him down.
Hey driver, I want to try to get you back out front here. So not this time, but next time around, I want you to come down pit road. We're going to try to short pit these guys. And see what happens. We're going to give you 4 fresh tires for the final run there.
All right, 10-4. All right, guys, you heard our crew chief. He wants to try to short pit these guys up here and get us back to the lead and see how things play out. Hopefully, we're going to be hoping for a caution, obviously, and then we'll be in first place for the pit stops if everything goes right here. So we're going to get down to speed, try to get onto pit road nice and smooth here, getting down to speed. Yes, we're going to be all clear here, getting down to pit road, and now we just got to hope for a quick stop. We're going to need every second that we can get here. All right, so here we go, pulling into the pit box. It's going to be an estimated time of 15.4. That's an average stop. We're going to see what it actually is here as they go around to the driver's side, jacking the car up, and the wheels are on. Now 15.3 seconds, so they beat it by a tenth, and we'll take a 15.3, and now we're going to get up to speed here down on the apron around turns 1 and 2. We're going to see where things cycle out. You can see cars now making their pit stops. Martin Truex Jr. coming down pit road. Kyle Busch down pit road as well. So the short pit strategy is not going to probably work out how we planned with these cars pitting right after we did. We'll just have to see what happens. We're going to be cycling forward here as we go along the front stretch. 12 laps remaining in the race. And guys, there is Jimmy Johnson coming out of the pits, and we're going to be well ahead of him. Jimmy Johnson was ahead of us as we came down pit road, so that is actually a good sign. Now we're currently 20th place, and we're going to finish cycling through here. By the time we get to turn number 1 up here, we're going to see where we are at. So now coming to the line, 11 laps remaining in the race. There's Martin Truex Jr. on the track map, the leader up there. He is rounding turn number 2 now, down on the apron, still getting up to speed. We are going to be past Martin Truex Jr. here at Kansas, and now we are in the lead. So we are in control of our own destiny. We're 1.1 seconds ahead of Martin Truex Jr. back there in second. 1.2 seconds now with 10 laps remaining in the race, guys. What a call by our crew chief to get us back out front. And now it is all on us to run the best laps that we can, guys. So here we go, settling in here with tunnel vision, running the very best laps that we can. Now 9 laps remaining in the race. Martin Truex Jr. 1.4 seconds behind us, so we continue to stretch the lead even though we are out here on older tires, only by a lap, but that 1 lap makes a big difference here at Kansas. Now going back down the back straightaway, 1.2 seconds back to Martin Truex Jr. Taking a look at the rest of the top 5, Jimmy Johnson is back there in 3rd place, 3.3 seconds behind. Kyle Busch, the points leader, is in 4th, 5.2 seconds behind. And Clint Boyer is back there in 5th place, 6.1 seconds behind. And now as we cross the line, 7 laps remaining, Martin Truex Jr. has closed the gap to 9/10 of a second. So guys, now the tire wear is starting to show. The 1 lap older tires is starting to show as we try to get past these lap cars here. And we're going to have 3 lap cars in between us and Martin Truex Jr. back there in second. So hopefully they give him a little bit of trouble and that will hold him up a little bit. But no, it seems like they have not. He is only 6/10 of a second now behind with 6 laps remaining here at Kansas. Martin Truex Jr. Oh no, we just hit the wall, guys. Oh my goodness, a huge mistake. Martin Truex 1/10 of a second behind us, only 1 car length back as we were pressured into a mistake there, worrying about the gains that Martin Truex was making on us. Now we're side by side, hanging on the right rear quarter panel of Martin Truex Jr., our teammate, getting into him a little bit there, but he hangs on to it with 5 laps remaining here now at Kansas. It's still not over, guys. We're gonna fight till the very end of this thing and see if we can catch back up to Martin Truex there. He's only 3/10 of a second ahead of us, and guys, there's still lap traffic up there, so this thing is not over. We're going to keep fighting till the very end. Now Jimmy Johnson in third back there is only 1.7 seconds behind us. Kyle Busch 2.9 seconds behind in 4th place, and Clint Bowyer 4.9 seconds behind us back there in 5th. Now as Martin Truex Jr. comes up on 3 lap cars, he has stretched the lead to 8/10 of a second, and he's going to look to try to get around them on the top line. We are on the top line here coming out of turn number 4, and he's getting held up just a little bit by those lap cars, and we now close the gap to 7/10 of a second with only 3 laps remaining now here at Kansas. Martin Truex Jr. continuing to rip the top line along with us here. Now we are going to be up to the 3 lap cars. We are going to just stick to the top here, getting into turn number 3, but Timmy Hill is going to take the top line away from us for a moment, and we're going to get past him finally as he moves down the track to let us by. Now inching past Chad Fincham in that number 49 car. We cross the line with 2 laps remaining. Martin Truex Jr. 1.1 second ahead of us, guys. We are going to need something to happen here. We're going to need something major. We're going to need him to get into the wall or have some kind of engine failure for us to have a chance for the win here. Now keeping an eye on Jimmy Johnson in third. He is only 7/10 of a second behind us, so we might have to try to fend off Jimmy Johnson here as we come to the line with now only 1 lap remaining in the race. So now on the top side, Martin Truex getting held up by a lap car, but no, we are sideways, losing control of the car, and we are spun out here down in turn number 2, guys. And the race, they threw a yellow flag. The race has ended. So, man, chasing down Martin Truex Jr., trying to get back to the lead, and we lose control of the car, just driving it too hard down there. And we get a speed rating of 105. So, guys, we were super fast today. But we were still able to get away with the 6th place finish since they threw the yellow flag. So, guys, you know what? We will take that. It's a solid day. Obviously, it's a disappointment because it looked like a win there in the last few laps after the pit stop. But looking at the point standings here, Kyle Busch remains in first. He widens the gap to 27 points. Martin Truex is back there in third with now 2 wins on the year. Here we go. Fastest lap was us. Martin Truex Jr. had the most laps led with 29 laps. On the move was Kevin Harvick starting 39th and finishing 10th. And a tough break for Ryan Blaney starting 3rd and finishing 37th. So, guys, a solid day for us at one of our best tracks. We almost had to win there. Hopefully the result is different here when we come in the fall for the playoff race. But guys, I will see you next week as we go back east to Charlotte Motor Speedway.